town's existence. But that's the reality for 3 Ohio villages. Tuesday, they will literally make a choice between life and death for their hometowns. Local 12's Brad Underwood has the story.
As the rain falls on the tiny village of Neville, it seems like a normal day. But in a matter of days, Neville may cease to exist.
A lot of history, a lot of history. One of the oldest in Clermont County, one of the oldest in the state.
At one point, close to 450 called the quiet river town home. But each time the river crept up the hill, residents followed the water out of the village.
Each flood probably reduced the village by 20%. Finally, till you got the 97, and the reduction was probably 50%.
As the population receded, so did the cash. Mayor Cecil Collins Jr. says for many years, state funding was a big help in balancing the budget. But this past year, a big chunk was taken away.
You know, we got to make some tough choices. We've liquidated what assets we do have. For instance, we used to own this building we're in now.
Losing state funding hurts. It hurts big. Last year, $6,000 was cut by the state of Ohio to the village's budget. But perhaps the biggest blow came after the 1997 flood. FEMA came in, bought up 40% of the lots in the village, including this one here with a river view. The residents left, and the village was left with lots that it couldn't sell, but still had to maintain. Now, about 100 residents remain. 60 of them registered voters. If they don't, what happens?
Well, we're treading on an area we haven't been in before. We're going to continue to do what we can do as long as we can do it with what funding we have.
If the yes vote wins, Neville becomes a part of Washington Township. Township trustee Dennis Cooper says they're willing to help, but it's not ideal.
We're going to accept the responsibility, we're going to accept the challenge, and we're going to take care of it. But there's more on our plate now.
If they don't vote to dissolve, it's really unclear what happens. There's no manual for this. And with $6,000 less than last year and no way to sell off those FEMA lots, it could only be a matter of time before the village dissolves. In Neville, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News.
Somerville in Butler County and Smithfield in Jefferson County will also vote on dissolution. 8 Ohio villages have voted to dissolve since 2005.